Lanphier High School as we get set for the Lanphier Regional Final. It ought to be a dandy. It's Springfield High, rated number 1 in the regional, taking on Jacksonville High, rated number 2. Both these teams come in with volleyball programs. Both these teams having very good seasons, but one of them will go home here tonight. Springfield High comes in with that record of 31-2. They've only lost 2 matches all season long. They played Jacksonville twice this season and won them both rather convincingly in the first and a tight one in the second. For Jacksonville, they come in with a record of 26-9. Jacksonville always prides himself for playing a tough schedule, and it will prepare them for postseason play, so we'll see what happens here tonight. How these two teams got to this point? Well, on Tuesday night, Springfield High knocked off QND in 3 tight sets. It was 25-22. Springfield High won the opening set, lost set number 2, 25-12, and won set number 3, 25-19. For Jacksonville, they knocked off SHG in 2 very close sets, 25-23, 26-24. In that second set, Jacksonville actually had a big lead midway through, but SHG was able to claw their way back and tie it up, but Jacksonville was able to squeak in with the win. 25-23 again, 26-24 was the final. So that sets up the 1 versus 2 here tonight between Springfield High and Jacksonville. Good crowd expected to be on hand as this place starts to fill up a bit. Don Hamilton was able to talk to Jacksonville head volleyball coach Gary Hickok, and we'll have that interview for you right after this.
We stuck to it, which was a big help.
I know that the back row did a great job, and you were getting a lot of touches on the balls coming back there as well.
Yeah, that's what we were trying to do, you know, just to keep the ball alive on our side and give ourselves a chance. Cheyenne had a great game the other night. I can't remember her total number of digs, but it was, you know, double digits, which is what we got to have out of her back there.
There was some times in that match, one volley in particular, where it looked like at one point, like Sacred Heart was, you guys were going to win it, and then they saved it, and then they sent it over to us, and it looked like they were going to win it. We saved it. Eventually, they did get it, but that was a great volley.
Yeah, it was a crazy play. In fact, some of the kids on the bench were celebrating when Sacred Heart, you know, made that first bad pass, and then that girl ran it down and was like, oh no, here we go. And then we did the same thing. It was just a great high school play right there with 2 good teams.
Talk about a little bit about Tuesday night, because we had 4 schools here. Any 4 could have won.
Yeah, we've talked about it since we've seen the pairings. The regional here is just stacked with talent. You know, we wish the IHSA could have done something different, but you know, you just got to go through and play what they give you. And it was 4 really good teams, and like you said, anybody could be here tonight.
Talk a little bit about Springfield, because I know you were front row and center in that game between them and QND, and it looked like there in game 3, like QND might get the job done, but then to their credit, Springfield came back.
Yeah, QND started making some bad mistakes in that 3rd game when they had Springfield down and playing out of their game that they like to play. But you know, it's just Springfield's just scrappy, and they're going to show us tonight, and we're going to be just as scrappy.
In your game again, or your match again the other night, at one point I think you were up by 8. They came crawling back, and they just kept the momentum, kept building and building. You called a timeout, I thought, at the very right time, and still they kept coming.
Yeah, their timeouts, and I spoke to the newspaper the other day, and it was not even any kind of real strategy in that timeout. Just a timeout, try to break the momentum, calm the girls down a little bit. You know, and they did come back with a couple more points, but you know, on the second time out, the girls finally took a breath and relaxed, and you know, that's all it was again. It was, you know, let's try to get a pass, and we're going to go here. If it doesn't work, then we'll go here. And luckily, we kind of got out of that rotation, got that point, and went on.
Again, you saw Springfield the other night. You've played them twice already. This is the third time. Hopefully the third time's the charm. Anything you saw last night that maybe you'll do a little bit differently tonight that you didn't do before?
Not really. You know, of course, the first time we were missing a couple starters, so we just kind of threw that one in the trash can and didn't worry so much about that. The one we played them up at Quincy, we were with them the whole time. In fact, we tied them up in game 2, and then Jalen went down hurt, so you know, the kids kind of got deflated right there, and that's how they beat us. So we're not going to do a whole lot different tonight. You know, we're going to hope that we bring that block party again like we did the other night and kind of slow Pence and Sapansky down. That's all we got to do.
They too do a very good job of blocking as well.
Yeah, they're not a bad blocking team. I think we've got some ideas where we can beat them. You know, and in turn they're probably thinking the same thing on us. But you know, we got a plan. We hope to stick to it, and it works.
Talk a little bit about Jalen Keene. She looked to me like she was on a mission the other night.
Yeah, Jalen is obviously our star, and she's our senior, and she's not ready to be done with her high school career yet. And she stepped up the other night like a senior leader should.
Maggie McNeil had a good one.
Maggie again in postseason. She did this for us last year, and that's great. This is the time to peak, and she was big up the net. She didn't get a whole lot of kills, but she got a lot of blocks and a lot of touches, which we need her to do.
Well, they say third time's a charm. Let's hope that's the case.
Yeah, let's hope so.
That's Gary Hickok. Stay with us. It's coming up. It's going to be a dandy, I guarantee it. Springfield and Jacksonville.
Back here at Lanphier, Springfield High gets their warm-up, then Jacksonville will have their 6 minutes of play before we get starters in first serve. I'm Matt Norville. Don Hamilton, as you just heard, interview Coach Gary Hickok is alongside. They talked about the 2 meetings. Let's tell you the scores from those 2 meetings earlier this season. Jacksonville took on Springfield High all the way back on September 10th at Springfield. Lost 25-23, 25-18 in that match. Really, that match, the scores were a lot closer than really what that match was. And the next time that Jacksonville took on Springfield High, it was at the Quincy tournament that he talked about. Springfield High won both of those sets, 25-23, 25-23. So that will make this match here, as they say, third time could be the charm for Jacksonville, or if you beat a team 3 times, like Springfield High is trying to do, that means you're an outstanding ball club. Springfield High comes in with that record 31-2, impressive mark. Jacksonville 26-9. Something's got to give tonight. It ought to be a dandy. Jacksonville, Springfield High comes up next. I'm good. What brings you guys out here today? Just want to see some good volleyball? All right. All right. How's she doing? Does she like it? Does she like it? Right. College volleyball always is different. College sports is different. And back here at Lanphier as Jacksonville's now taking the floor. We're just moments away from starting lineups and first serve. Let's talk about both these teams. We talked about Jacksonville 26-9 coming in. Springfield High 31-2. Their 2 losses on the season for Springfield High was to LaSalle, Peru, and to Normal West. They come in rated number 1, already knocking off Jacksonville twice this season. The players really to keep an eye on for Springfield High. They've got an outstanding player in Courtney Pence, who is verbally committed to go play volleyball at ISU. She's only a junior. She's a good outside hitter for them. Their libero, who's going to play volleyball at SLU next year, Maddie O, is an outstanding libero. And they have another player in the middle, Mady McCarty. She'll set and also play middle hitter for her. She expects her to see some Division I offers as time moves on, and she's an outstanding player. You heard Coach Hickok talk about Sapansky. Sapansky kind of goes under the radar, but she's very effective. She's the right side hitter, 5'8" senior, and she's the one that really did the damage in their first meeting this year. Sapansky hurt Jacksonville a lot. And when he says you're going to have to play good defense, he also means to slow down the hitters. It's going to put a lot of pressure on Keene and McNeil in the middle to make sure they read the sets well and are able to close. So they got to be quick laterally, so that'll be interesting to watch tonight. For Jacksonville, it's no secret. Jalen Keene is their all-everything player, the 6'2" senior middle who's going to play volleyball next season at ISU. She's really got to have a good match. Maggie McNeil also has to have a good one for Jacksonville. You heard Coach Hickok say last year in the postseason, she really stepped it up defensively, and that's what she did on Tuesday night against SHG. She is a 6'3" senior middle, so it's going to be up to her to play well tonight. Really a lot of pressure is going to be on the middles of Jacksonville here tonight, and of course the back row play has got to be key for Jacksonville. And that'll be Cheyenne Jokic, who's the libero for Jacksonville. And let's not forget about service errors. Jacksonville is not going to want any service errors tonight as Springfield High comes in the favorite. Wouldn't say the huge favorite, but Springfield High is the favorite here tonight. Another 2-minute break. We'll come back to Lanphier, talk about our other broadcasts coming up right after this. From the starting lineups and first serve, let's remind you this is just match 1 of 2 to come your way here on WEAI. Gary Scott and Ryan Turp will have the call from the Routon Regional Final, as it'll be Triopia taking on New Berlin. That is the match to follow. Well, for this one, the winner of this match will advance to the Mattoon Sectional, and they will take on the winner of the Roxana Regional. That'll be Roxana taking on Jerseyville. That is the team playing tonight in that regional final. The other 2 regionals that feed into the Mattoon Sectional is the Decatur MacArthur Regional and the Olney East Richland. In the Olney East Richland Regional, it's Mattoon, a team Jacksonville is familiar with, who they played last year in the sectional final. They're taking on Charleston tonight. And in the Decatur MacArthur Regional, another team Jacksonville is familiar with is Rochester, who's taking on Mount Zion. Those all feed into the Mattoon Sectional, which feeds into the Effingham Super. And then, of course, you go to Redbird Arena for state at ISU. So that's what it looks like. Should be a fun one tonight. Sit back, relax. It's Jacksonville and Springfield High. We're 2 minutes away from starting lineups.
Fans, would you please stand for the playing of our national anthem?
To Lanphier, we get set for high school volleyball. The voice of the Jacksonville Lady Crimsons, here is Don Hamilton.
Okay, let's take a look first of all at the Springfield Senators under head coach Megan Withers, an enrollment of 1,375 students. Their colors red and black. Their record 31-2. They are the winners of the Central State 8 Conference with a perfect mark of 8-0. Here we go, starting at right back will be Addie Finch. Finch is a 5'7" junior setter. Right front is Courtney Pence, headed to ISU. Well, she's verbally committed to ISU. She's just a junior. She's 5'8" and an outside hitter. In the middle front, it'll be Melanie Glisson, a 5'9" junior middle hitter. Left front is Madeline McCarty. She's a 5'11" junior setter middle hitter. Left back is Sarah Sapansky, 5'8" senior outside hitter. Middle back is Jolie Newman, a 5'9" senior outside hitter. And her libero headed to St. Louis University, Maddie O. She is a 5'6" senior. For the Jacksonville Crimsons under head coach Gary Hickox, assisted by Katie Crumley, an enrollment of 914 students. Their colors scarlet and white. Their record 26-9, finished 6-2 in the Central State 8. And their lineup, a familiar one that goes like this. It'll be Sarah Thornley starting at right back. She's 5'11", a senior. She is their setter. At right front, Maggie McNeil, a 6'3" senior middle hitter. Middle front is Abby Tomhave, a 5'9" junior outside hitter. Left front, Sammy Suttles, 5'10 senior, outside hitter. Left back, Jalen Keene, a 6'2 senior, middle hitter. And at middle back will be J.C. Pate. She's a 5'7 senior, outside hitter. The libero for Jacksonville is Cheyenne Jokic. Time now for the announcement of the officials, brought to you by Country Financial Agent Stephen Simons. When it comes to your financial and insurance matters, let Stephen Simons make the right call for you. Call him in Jacksonville at 370-0611. That's 370-0611. Country Financial Agent Stephen Simons. Well, your officials, 3 of them were here on Tuesday night. We've got 1 new line judge. That's Ron Nesbitt. He's one of the line judges along with Bob Taylor. The up official will be Maureen Bollinger. The down official is Karen McNaught.
I'm excited, Don.
Oh, you excite easily. But I think you're right in this particular case. Before we get started here, let's remind you about Dr. Ron Lynch. DMD is happy to be a part of this JHS volleyball broadcast. Dr. Lynch and his staff are proud of all JHS volleyball players, coaches, and fans. Dr. Ron Lynch, 1515 West Walnut in Jacksonville.
Well, it's obvious if you're Jacksonville, you're going to have to close. We're going to use that a lot tonight. The middle's got to read the setters because they have outstanding outside hitters to Springfield High. You got to play good defense in the back row, and your serve's got to be on tonight. For Springfield High, just keep doing what you're doing. Just play the mix-up game, I think, if you're Springfield High. You've got Pence, you've got Sapansky, and McCarty, who's the setter and a middle. She can mix it up as well, and you know you've got good defense with Matty O and the libero.
Well, you know Springfield is good. They come in here with a mark of 31-2. They're number 1 rated in this regional. Jacksonville was rated number 2. They come in with a mark of 26-9. They finished the season on a positive note. In the Quincy tournament, they came out of there with a 3rd place finish, having defeated QND for the 2nd time to finish 3rd in the Quincy tournament. It is a very good Quincy tournament. They came out of there with 4 wins against 1 loss. And the 1 loss was to the eventual tournament champ, Lafayette out of Missouri.
Which is a volleyball powerhouse out of Missouri.
Here we go. Springfield's going to have the serve. Addie Fitch will have it. 5'7 junior setter is Fitch. She's ready to go. The official up has whistled, and we are officially underway. It comes to Keene. Nice pass up to Thornley. She'll set it on the outside left. It is blocked on the attempted spike from Tom Have. Right back to Tom Have. Fists this one over, and then it's stuffed right back down. She close-fisted it, and right there was Madeline McCarty, the 5'11 junior middle hitter. And she put it right back down on the floor on Jacksonville's side, and the first point here in Game 1 goes to the Springfield Senators. Again, Fitch will have the serve. It's a good one into the back to Keene. Bumps it up to Thornley, a nice pass. Back to Keene, back row spike to Keene. Touched as it comes across, received by Sapansky. Set on the outside left to Pence, blocked by Jacksonville. Oh, keeps it alive though. And now Pence puts it in the back row to Jokic. Set now to Tom Have. Tom Have goes cross with it and got it down. Put it right between Sapansky and O went on the floor to get it, but unsuccessfully, and we are tied at 1 apiece.
That's a good swing from Tom Have. They went right back to her, able to split the block, cross-court it. Beautiful.
Thornley will have the serve now for Jacksonville. Strong serve into the middle, bumped up front by Pence. Now not a good pass, a free one across to Jacksonville. Bumped up now again to Tom Have. Tom Have comes back. This one is blocked, but down on Springfield's side. They had the blockers there, but Tom Have was able to power it through them, and it went down on Springfield's side. Jacksonville has a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, almost close to a lift for Springfield High. Got to be careful.
Thornley will have the serve. Floats this one across, bumped up in the air. Going to be to Pence. She'll try and put it down. She does in the back row beautifully. Going down there to try and get it was Thornley, but unsuccessfully, and that ties us up at 2 apiece. Courtney Pence goes to the back row. She plays all the way around. She has verbally committed to ISU. To Jokic comes the set. Now on the backside to McNeil, and good night. She pounds it right across court. Got it down in the back row. And Jacksonville has a 3-2 lead and the serve.
Well, you can see from our angle, again, splitting the block. The block wasn't all the way there together. You had the middle hitter closing off angle, and McNeil went right between them.
Brooke Woods will have the serve for Jacksonville. 3 serving 2. Good serve as it comes across, received in the middle by the libero. Set on the outside left, blocked by Jacksonville, kept alive there by Suttles as she puts it across. Free one now. In the back row, this one comes, and Thornley hit it. Now it's going to be a free one across the net to Springfield. They bump it up. Quick set in the middle. Good night.
That's McCarty.
McCarty got a nice set, and she did the rest.
Yeah, she's a player. She's a middle, and she is also a setter. She's going to get some looks. She's really their third option, but she comes with some pop.
We are told that she's got a lot of looks, and she's trying to decide where she wants to go. Across it comes to Jokic. Bumps this one up to Thornley. Out it comes to Keene. Touched as it comes across. Kept alive on a nice save in the back row by Pence. Set on the outside. Blocked by Jacksonville. Kept alive this time by McCarty. Set again on the outside left. Across it comes. Touched by Jacksonville. Now a free one across the net for Springfield. They'll set it on the outside left to McCarty, and she got it down.
That actually was Sapansky with the swing that time. And that's her first kill.
So the serve now belongs to Sadrowicz. And it comes across. Now they dump it across, does Thornley, but there they get it is Springfield. Back row spike comes across, bumped up in the air by Thornley. Put across by Keene in the back row. Goes off one player. Pence keeps it alive, but it goes into the stand. That'll tie us at 4 apiece.
This is going to be a tight one. You just have that feeling. Already the fourth tie we've seen here in the opening set, Don.
Tom Have will have the serve for Jacksonville. The jump serve. Cross it comes into the middle. Dug out there by Pence. Set across court on the outside left. Blocked as it goes down by Jacksonville. But on the side of Jacksonville, so it's going to belong to Springfield. The kill goes to Sapansky, and it'll be McCarty with the serve. She becomes the setter as she plays back row. Cross it comes. Dug up by Jokic. Nice pass to Thornley. She quick sets it. Not a good set, and Keene just had to get it across. A free one really dumped across there. Bumped up by Pate. Now back to Keene. This one she got down.
That's already the fifth assist for Thornley here in the opening set. Second kill for Keene, and we're tied at 5.
In to do the serving for Jacksonville will be Kaylin Steckel. So far, starting out just about the way we expected it to. Steckel with the serve for Jacksonville. Into the middle it comes. Dunk up there by O, but an overpass. Dumped right back down by Pate, but kept alive by Springfield. Bumped into the back row. Can Pence get it across the net? No, she cannot. A closed fist sent it to the back row, and Pence with her back to the net tried to bump it across, but unsuccessfully. Jacksonville with the lead now, 6-5. Steckel again will have the serve for Jacksonville. Beautiful serve to O. She bumps this one up. Not a great pass, but a great spike in the back row by Pence. Now it comes to Keene and placed beautifully.
That is athletic because that ball was sailing over as an overpass, and Keene at the front with the left hand tips it over.
Tipped it over and put it right down the line on the right side. And now it is 7 serving 5. Largest lead for either team right now at 2. Jacksonville with the advantage. Steckel with the serve. Good solid serve into the middle. Put up there by Sapansky. Gets it back. Touched as it comes across. Now off to Pate on the outside left. She goes across card, but it is wide, long, and out of bounds. Not wide, but long and out of bounds, if you will. And it will be 6 serving 7. It'll be Sapansky with the serve. Sapansky serves. Strong serve into the back row to Woods. Nice pass up to Thornley. Thornley back sets it to Keene. Keene puts it down. Sapansky's there to get it. Overpass. Down it goes. Heads up play by Pate on the front line.
Yeah, Pate went up with 2 hands, just tipped it right back. Her first kill, and it makes it 8-6 Jacksonville.
Keene has rotated to the back. She will have the serve now. Here comes the jump serve from Keene. It's a beauty. Nicely received, though, by O. Set on the outside left to Pence. Comes down. Freeman across the net on a heads-up play by Steckel to keep it alive. Now the set in the back row. Comes back again. A nice bump up by Steckel. She'll put it out now. Will Thornley puts it out to Pate. She got it down. She was at the 10-foot line, and when she left her feet and knocked it down, Springfield wants a timeout. We're going to take the 45-second breaks. Jacksonville 9, Springfield 6, game 1. the serve, 9 serving 6. Keen's jump serve. Cross it comes, just touches the net. And that was just enough to hit the floor a little too quick for Sapinski, who went down to get it, got a hand on it, tried to pancake it, unsuccessfully, goes off of her into the stands. And Jacksonville has stretched their lead to 4 now. 10 serving 6. Keen again with the serve. The jump serve by Keen. Again, this one hits the net, but comes down on Jacksonville's side.
First service error of the match for either team.
Will have the serve now for Springfield, the libero. It is 7 serving 10. Ready to go. Puts a strong serve back to Jokic. Pumps it up to Thornley. Back sets it on the right side to Pate. Puts it down in the back row. Got it in just beautifully in the corner on the left side.
It looked long when she hit it, but honestly, our angle, we can't see that back line.
Jacksonville 11. Springfield 7. Jokic with the serve for the Crimsons. Across it comes. Miscommunication between O and Stefanski as to who was going to go get it, and nobody did. So an ace for Jokic, and it is 12 serving 7. Jokic again, ready to go.
That's their second
They're going to take another timeout. Springfield coach Megan Withers thinks she needs another timeout. 30-second break this time. 12-7, Jacksonville back in 30.
They're out of timeouts, Don. Back here at Lanphier, Jacksonville leads by 5, 12-7. Springfield High now out of timeouts.
Cross it comes. Stefanski will bump this one up in the air. McCarty with the set on the outside to Pence. Blocked by Jacksonville. Kept alive, though. It'll be a free one across the net. Put over there. Here comes the set to Pence. Down it comes and kept alive this time by Keen. Now Tom Have just dumps one across the net. Again, they run the offense. Not a good set this time. Tom Have bumps this one up. Goes right back to Tom Hayes. Does Thornley, and she got it down.
Wow, Tom Hay, that's her 3rd kill. Thornley mixing it up, 8th assist for Thornley.
And Jacksonville now, their largest lead at 6, 13 serving 7. Again, Jokic will have the serve. Cheyenne Jokic ready to go. Strong serve into the middle. Put up there by Pence. Now back to Pence. Puts this one across. Dug up by Steckel. Back row set to Keen. Comes across. Kept alive by Pence. Dug up there by McCarty. Now Pence will put it down. Saved by Steckel. To Thornley. Out it comes to Tom Have. Cross it. Comes it down it goes.
Tom Have is just swinging well. Her 4th kill, 9th assist.
Off of Stefanski this time and then out of bounds. 14 serving 7, Jacksonville. Jokic ready to go again, but right now we're going to bring Stefanski out. And Anna Kelly, a defensive specialist, will come in and replace her in the back row. As Springfield just trying to get something that'll work right now. Jokic, another strong serve. This one to Pence. To McCarty, not a good pass. And we've got point Jacksonville double hit called against McCarty.
Yeah, that was just too tight to the net. McCarty really couldn't do anything with it.
15 serving 7. Jokic again with the serve. Strong serve, but out of bounds. Went down the right side. Wanted to put it in the corner on the right side. That's the 2nd service error against Jacksonville. And it'll be 8 serving 15. Fitch will come in and do the serving and become the setter. McCarty will move back up front. Fitch, 5'7" junior setter. Into the net.
That's their first service error of the match.
Makes it 16 serving 8. Thornley is now has the serve for Jacksonville. Beauty, it comes to Pence. Up front, back set to Pence on the left side, blocked by Jacksonville, but down on their side.
Well, Pence has had good swings all night tonight. It's just Jacksonville's had good back row play. That time Pence picks up her 2nd kill.
On a nice set from Addie Fitch as she swung in on the right side. Here's a floater in the back row to Keen. Nice pass up to Thornley. She puts it out to Suttles on the left side. Puts it down to the back row. Pence there to keep it alive. Comes out on the outside. Kept alive by Thornley. And that's up the cross by Suttles with a closed fist, right down the line on the right side, inbounds by about a foot and a half.
Well, Jacksonville touching everything. You talked about Tuesday night. Jacksonville did a lot of touching. That's what they're doing here, and that's creating points.
Woods is in. She'll have the serve for Jacksonville. 17 serving 9. Strong serve into the middle. Overpass into the net. And down it goes on Springfield's side. And right now, the Senators are rattled. They have no timeouts. Jacksonville coasting here in game 1 if they can keep it up. They're 7 points away from a game 1 win. 18 serving 9. Float this one into the middle. Pass up front. Overpass. Keen there but blocked, but it was put across the net on a heads-up play by Fitch. Now put it down by Tom Have. Kept alive though by Springfield. Out it comes Sapinski, and it's blocked.
Yeah,
but Jacksonville puts this one out of bounds.
That time Sapinski just went off the block. Said, I'm just going to go down the line. You had Keen close in middle. Hit it off the block and out of play.
That'll make it now 10 serving 18. The serve Sorowitz will have the serve. Out it comes to Keen. Touched. Kept alive, though, by Springfield. Set down the outside left. The spike. Too long and out of bounds by Sapinski. And it's 19 serving 10 now. Tom Hay will have the serve for Jacksonville. Keen in the front row. Jacksonville can make some noise. Got Keen, Pate, and Suttles in the front row. Tom Hay serve into the net.
That's third service error against Jacksonville here in the first set.
It is 11 serving 19. Springfield with the serve. McCarty has it, puts it in the back row to Woods, bumps it up to Thornley. She bumps it up in the air to Keen, put it into the net.
Yeah, she just mishit that. She says, my bad, soon as she made the swing, but the block was there for Springfield High. That's only their third service point down of the first set.
McCarty will have the serve again, 12 serving 19. McCarty serve, this one comes to Jokic, to Thornley. Bumps it across court over on the left side to Pate. Down it goes off one play, and Pate's got another kill.
Pate's had a good first set. That's her 4th kill. 11th assist for Sarah Thornley.
That makes it now 20 serving 12. Coming in will be Steckel. She'll have the serve for Jacksonville. Ready to roll. Here's Steckel, and here comes the serve. Puts it into the middle to O. Not a great pass up front, but nice set nonetheless. But too long on the kill is Sapinski on the right side.
Wow, that was a beautiful set, though. Sapinski wound up and hit it long.
21 serving 12. Steckel again with the serve. Strong serve into the middle to O. Bumps this one up. McCarty will set it in the back row to Pence. Puts it down. Jokic is there to bump it up in the air. Thornley bumps it over now. Flat-footed spike by Pate into the net.
You can see that one coming.
Now, she tried to hammer it down and would have been much better off just gotten it across the net. So Sapinski with the serve for Springfield. Floats this one in the middle to Jokic. Nice pass up to Thornley. Sets it off now to Keen. Keen puts it down. Kept alive there by McCarty on a nice save. Dumped across, kept alive by Keen as she closed her fist and put it across. Here's the quick set to Keen.
Beautiful by Keen. That's her 4th kill. Quick net by Thornley.
And she went right around the block and hit it off the libero O to the floor. And it is 22 serving 13. Keen now in the back row. She'll have the serve. Ready to go is Jalen Keen. Good serve, just skips across the net, but a nice dig back there by Sapinski. Out it comes to Pence. Touched by Jacksonville. Not a great pass by Keen. As a result, Thornley goes down on the floor trying to get it, but unsuccessfully. And it'll be now 14 serving 22.
That's the 3rd kill for Pence. That's the first assist unofficially for McCarty.
O will have the serve for Springfield. 14 serving 22. Floats this one across to Keen, to Thornley. Out it comes McNeil. Down it comes. Saved though by Springfield. Right back to Pence. Touched by Jacksonville. Jokic back up to McNeil. Puts this one across. Saved there by McCarty. Now the set to McCarty in the back row. Cross it comes. Steckel puts this one up. Thornley bumps it up in the air. Back row spike for Keen, but she got it. Couldn't get it down, and it sails on her out of bounds by about 5 feet. Makes it 15 serving 22. Springfield's not done yet. They're too good a team. Oh, with the serve. Cross it comes in the back row. Bumped up there by Steckel. Thornley just has to put this one across to keep it alive. Now the set out to Pence. Down it comes. Saved by Keene. Nice dig by Keene. Right back to Keene. This one she pounds into the net also.
Yeah, they might need a timeout. Keene looks a little tired.
I don't know, tired or frustrated with herself.
Breathing a little hard, I should say. Not tired. That's a bad word.
O will have the serve. It is 16 serving 22. O into the back row to Steckel. Bumps this one up to Yoki. She will bump it up now to McNeil. Puts it across. Touched though by Springfield. In the back row to O. Bumps this one up to Pence. Free one across the net now to Jacksonville. Thornley sets it out to McNeil. Blocked right back there in the front row. Up there was Bender with the block on the attempted kill by McNeil.
And Springfield High has scored 4 in a row. It's a 5-point game.
I got to think we'll see a Jacksonville timeout if this goes one more. Oh, with the serve, 17 serving 22. Across it comes, dug up there, kept alive by McNeil. Now Thornley will put it across into the back row. Sapansky will dump it up front. Here comes the set to Pence. Blocked by Jacksonville, but wide and out of bounds, and we're going to get it. I thought he was, but he's changed. He's not going to call the timeout. Gary's going to just cheer them on from the sideline, and it is now 18 serving 22. Oh, with the serve. Puts this one in the back row. Jokic is there. Up it comes. Down over to McNeil. Puts this one across. A free one to Springfield. They run the offense. Out to Pence. Pounds it down. Got it. Went through the block that time. And now we're going to get it. The timeout's going to be taken by Jacksonville. Springfield is on a charge. They trail Jacksonville in game one, 22-19. We're back in 30.
All the momentum. Jacksonville with the lead, though, 22-19. Maddie O's done a good job really hitting her spots with the serve. Has 5 straight service points. Jacksonville needs a side out desperately.
I know what Gary Hickox was thinking. He didn't want to call a timeout. That gives Springfield a chance to do a little regrouping as well. But time came, and it had to be done. And O will have the serve, 19 serving 22. Cross it comes into the back row, and then some miscommunication by Jokic at the last minute. Looked like she was going to get it, then she let it go. Steckel has it go off of her and out of bounds. It's a 2-point game now.
Adversity is what coaches talk about in games like this. We'll see what happens both ways.
Oh, with the serve. As Springfield has come charging back here. It comes to Keene, up to Thornley, dumps this one across the net, and it's a beauty.
Wow.
Went off of 3 players and then eventually out of bounds, and that snaps the unanswered points by Springfield of 7 on the serving of O. And Jacksonville has a chance now with Jokic in the back.
Got to get it in, though, if you're Jacksonville. Get it in play.
23 serving 20. Jokic serve. Across it comes into the middle. Bumped up by Yo. Nice set. Here's a set now, and it got it in. Went to Pence on the outside left, and she put it right down in the back row.
And Don, she's warming up. That's her 6th kill. I told you she was swinging good early. She just wasn't able to get the kills. Now she's warming up.
Abby Fitch comes in. She'll have the serve, becomes the setter for Springfield. McCarty becomes the middle hitter now. And Fitch is ready to go. 21 serving 23. Floats it into the back row to Jokic. Puts this one up. Thornley comes to get it. And now into the back row. Back row flat-footed spike put there by Keene. Set on the outside to Pence. Down it comes. Nice dig by Keene. Thornley bumps this one up. Now they'll have to put a free one into the back row. Jokic does that. Springfield now with the set out to Pence. Comes across. Touched by Jacksonville. And down on their side it comes.
Yeah, they're going to Pence every single time, and I don't blame them. She's got 7 kills, and Springfield High within 1.
It is 22 serving 23. Fitch again will have the serve. She's ready to go. Cross it comes. Jokic bumps this one up. Thornley bumps it up again. Now Tom Hay will just have to put a free one across the net. Here comes the set out to Pence again. Down it comes. Nice save by Keene. Overpass. Dumped across there. Steckel down with it. Can Jacksonville run it? They go to Tom Hay. Down it comes and give her a kill. Off of Sapansky and out of bounds it went. We are at game point. Thornley has the serve for Jacksonville.
Yeah, you want it here if you're Jacksonville. You do not want it to come back the other way.
Thornley with the serve. Steady serve into the back row. Sapansky goes down to get it. Back set over to Pence. Takes it across, put right back down by McNeil. But O's there to keep it alive. Heads up play by the libero. Into the back row is long and out of bounds on a back row spike by Springfield. And Jacksonville gets it done just barely. As Springfield, to their credit, came charging back. But game one belongs to the Crimsons, 25-22. We're back after these.
Hey, 2-minute break, by the way, 2 minutes. .22. At one point they led 22-13. It was a 7-0 run by Springfield High to get it back to very close. It was 23-22, and then Jacksonville was able to win the next 2 points and win 25-22. Jacksonville led by 13 assists from Sarah Thornley, 5 kills for Tom Have, 4 for Keene, and 4 for J.C. Pate. For Springfield High, it was 7 assists from Fitch. You had 7 kills from Courtney Pence, 4 assists from McCarty, and 3 kills from Sarah Sapansky. Jacksonville takes the opening set, 25-22.
The one thing that jumps out at me there, Keene needs more kills.
Yeah, and one thing that jumps out for Springfield High is they went to Pence.
Yeah, they went to Pence. We did not really use Jalen Keene as much as we could have. Hey, Dr. Ron Lynch, DMD, congratulates the JHS volleyball players, coaches, and fans, and is happy to be a part of this broadcast. Dr. Ron Lynch practices general dentistry for adults and children at 1515 West Walnut. Dandy first game, 25-22. Jacksonville is victorious. Jacksonville will have the serve here to start game 2.
This is living up to the expectation I had coming in. I was excited because, honestly, you take a peek ahead, no match is given, but you feel like the winner of this regional coming in at least had a good chance of getting a super. It's got that big match feel.
Thornley will have the serve to start us up here in game 2. Here it comes across the net, received there in the back row by Springfield's Sapansky. Now out to Pence it comes in the back row, saved by Keene. Nice pass to Thornley, sets it up out now to Tom Hay, blocked back, and then we've got 4 hits called as they pounded that one into the net, did Tom Hay.
One thing that Springfield High's done well tonight is they've had that dual block on the outside. The block's been there. Jacksonville's just done a good job either hitting around the block or through the block.
So Springfield has the lead here to start game 2. Set up on the outside left. Putting it down there with Suttles. Kept alive by Pence in the back row. Set now out to Sapansky. Blocked by Jacksonville, but it is long and out of bounds. First 2 points to Springfield. So the momentum that they had going for them seems to have continued on here into game 2, at least at the start.
Yeah, they're an experienced team. You know that.
Cross it comes into the back row. Tom Habe, nice pass up front. Back set to McNeil. Blocked, though, by Sapansky. Kept alive by Jacksonville. Now Freeman across the net in the back row to Pence. Here comes quick set McCarty. Touch. Nice save by Jokic. Now Thornley puts it into the back row. Pence is there to get it. Set out to Stepanski. Had to stretch to get it. Got it across the net. Saved by Jacksonville. Set in the back row to Keene. Puts it into the net. First three belong to Springfield.
Yeah, Springfield High is starting to go a little quicker with their offense. You can see it in system. They're going really fast and catching Jacksonville a little off guard here early.
Pence, strong serve into the middle. Tom Hay bumps this one up to Thornley. Thornley will set it out to Suttles. Suttles puts it in the back row. Pence is there to get it. Now the set on the outside. Stepanski blocked by Jacksonville, and this one is in.
No,
it's out. Out, excuse me. They got flags now. They've confused me with flags. 4 serving 0. Across it comes to Keene. Back set to McNeil. Down it goes, and that'll work. That stops the 4 unanswered points. And Jacksonville has their first point here in game 2. Woods will come in. She'll have the serve. It is 1 serving 4. Brooke Woods with the serve. Strong serve into the back row. They let it go, and it was in by a good 3 feet.
Yeah, Maddie O was over there by the line. I think she thought she was on the line and realized she wasn't, and that's why it was in.
So an ace for Woods. Second point of the game here in game 2 for Jacksonville. 2 serving 4. Next one by Woods. Floats this one in. Stepanski's there to get it. Now the set in the back row to Pence. Cross it comes. And Thornley sends it up over through the ceiling across. Didn't hit anything, so it counts. And blocked by Jacksonville on the Stepanski kill, but it goes out of bounds.
And that's really key for Springfield High. If Stepanski can get going, that's who hurt them in their first match. Stepanski now with 3 kills here in the second. She had 3 in the entire first set.
Sharowitz will have the serve. For Springfield, across it comes, bumped up by Woods. Crossed out comes to Keene, blocked it back, kept alive there by Suttles. Freeman across the net now to Springfield. McCarty back sets it out to Stepanski, and she got it down.
Yeah, she's warming up. That's danger territory if you're a Jacksonville fan, because if she gets going, it makes Springfield High even tougher to stop.
It is 6 serving 2. Sharowitz again will have the serve for Springfield. 5'6" senior defensive specialist. She's ready to go. Serve into the back row is long and out of bounds. That's the second service error in the match for Springfield. The first one here in game 2.
And that first set, Jacksonville had 3 service errors. Springfield High with just 1.
Here's the jump serve from Tom Have. Across it comes, bumped up by Pence. Back set on the right side, blocked by Jacksonville, kept alive. Can they get it across though? No, as they dive for it. Tom Have and Keene both went down on the floor, but unsuccessful in getting it across on the third hit. And the point belongs to Springfield. McCarty's back there. She'll have the serve. She becomes the setter. It is 7 serving 3. Well, this one has Springfield with a 4-point advantage, trying to add on to it. Let's see what Jacksonville can do if they can come back like Springfield did. Haven't quite dug the hole that Springfield did as yet. Hopefully that will not be the case. Into the back row it comes, bumped up by Woods. Thornley back sets it on out to Suttles, puts this one down in the back row. Pence is there to get it. Out it comes Stepanski, blocked by Jacksonville, but down on their side of the net.
Well, you can already see what Springfield High is doing. They are just picking on whoever the hitter is outside besides Keene. When Keene goes to block, whoever's blocking next to her, they're going that direction.
It is 8 serving 3. McCarty again will have the serve for Springfield. Cross it comes, bumped up by Suttles. Jokic. Flat-footed spike by Pate is wide and out of bounds. Jacksonville.
They're in trouble.
They are in trouble, and they're going to take a timeout as a result. We'll take the 45-second break. We'll be back right after this.
When you've already started your service work out on Cube Service in Jacksonville. If you need your car towed,
here at Springfield High, leading here early in set number 2, 9-3. It's been all Springfield High. They have not trailed in this second set. Jacksonville took the opening set 25-22. It's been Sarah Sapansky with 5 kills to lead the way for Springfield High, and she's done her damage. And they've done a good job in system, has Springfield High been. They've been just running faster offense here, Don, and that's really caused Jacksonville some problems.
So McCarty will have the serve again for Springfield, 9 serving 3. She has the signal from the up official, and she is ready to go. Puts a nice serve down to Woods. Woods bumps this one up, may have been an overpass, has to put it back to Thornley, and that's going to be 4 hits against Jacksonville. Woods' pass put Thornley into the net. All she could do was bump it back, and it was a little wide for Pate to get to, and she couldn't get it across. It is now 10 serving 3. Again, McCarty with the serve. Beauty into the back, dumped up by Keene, and then put back to Keene. She puts it across the net, and this one comes across on Springfield as Keene gets the kill. It wasn't pretty, but it worked. As they got it across the net, did Springfield, but it was wide and out of bounds.
Yeah, she hasn't gotten a lot of sets here tonight, Don. They've really gone away from her. That's her first kill in the second, her 5th overall.
Steckel is in to have the serve for Jacksonville. Keene is in the front row. Cross it comes into the back row. Up McCarty, quick sets it across and in.
Sapansky is just killing them right now. That's the 6th kill, and that's what I'm talking about. She gets hot. You have all these different options. Makes them tough to play.
Sapansky now is in the back row, and if you're Jacksonville, you say hallelujah. However, that means Pence is in the front row. Cross it comes. There's a set out to Keene, tries to go across with it, and it is wide and out of bounds. Nothing falling for Jacksonville right now, kind of like it was for Springfield there a period of time in game 1. Sapansky again with the serve, 12 serving 4. Floats this one into the Jokic. Up to Thornley, sets it on the outside to Pate. Pate's long with the kill.
Yeah, it's all Springfield High. This match is the largest lead either way in this one.
Right now it's a 9-point spread for Springfield, 13 serving 4. Jacksonville desperately needs some points. To Pate, blocked but out of bounds by Springfield.
Well, Pate's had a good match. That's her 5th kill, and that gets him a side out.
Keene rotates to the back, and she just didn't touch it.
She saw 2 balls in that front row on that rotation through.
She will have the serve for Jacksonville. Ready to go is Jalen Keene with the jump serve. Puts this one into the middle, dug up there by Sapansky. There comes the set out to Pence, and down it goes off the block of Jacksonville on their side. McNeil was up there along with Thornley. They couldn't get it blocked. They got it touched, but that was it before it went to the floor.
And that's the problem when Sapansky starts warming up. You bring Pence up, you don't lose anything because Pence is an outstanding player. Her first kill here in the second set.
It is now 14 serving 5. O is in the back. The libero will have the serve. It's a beauty into the back row, bumped up by Steckel. Nice pass to Thornley. Not a good set to McNeil. Puts it across, picked up by Pence. They're going to go right back to Pence. Here's the block. Jacksonville got it. Blocked up in the air. Now Pence puts this one across. Dumped up there in the air by Pate. She gets it back on the set. Blocked. Dug out of there by Keene. A free one across the net. Now wait a minute. They're going to say 4 hits. I wondered, but there was no whistle.
There was no whistle, but I think that's the right call, though. It looked like 4 hits for Angle.
Yeah, it did. It did. It is 15 serving 5. O with the serve for Springfield. Strong serve in the back row. Steckel at the last minute went after it. Should have let it go. It would have been out of bounds. She was practically standing on the line when she hit it and went off of her and out of bounds.
Well, if you're Jacksonville, you want to get some positive momentum going into the third set, which is what it looks like we're headed for.
Oh, again, will have the serve. 16 serving 5. Ready to roll. Springfield putting on a clinic here right now. Cross it comes into the back row. Bumped up there, an overpass. Now the set comes back to Pence on the left side. Blocked by Thornley. Kept alive, though, by Springfield. Back row. Sapansky puts this one a back row spike that is long and out of bounds.
Well, here's what's happening up there. McNeil is getting frozen on a couple of different times because you've got McCarty, who's really holding it to the last second. Then when she goes outside, it's one-on-one on the outside.
We have Tiffany Lacey on the floor right now for Jacksonville. Now over a long serve on the part of Jacksonville. That will be service error number 4, their first here in game 2. And it is 17 serving 6. Fitch back in. She will have the serve. Ready to go. Good serve in the back row, but long. Jacksonville that time let it go wisely, and it was out of bounds. Long by about the width of the volleyball. Thornley is there. She'll have the serve now. It is 7 serving 17. Thornley puts this one across. Dug up by Pence. Quick set in the middle. McCarthy. Nice save by Jokic to keep it alive. Thornley comes across. Now McNeil will put a free one across the net. Springfield comes to set out to Pence on the outside left. Blocked by Jacksonville. Kept alive by O. That's got to be a lift. And it is.
Well, I said beautiful early. Just their quick offense. McCarty got a great swing. Just it was pretty to watch. But Jacksonville ends up getting the point.
8 serving 17. Thornley again with the serve. Floats this one into the middle. Bumped up by Pence. She'll set it back to Pence, and down it goes. Through the block of Jacksonville. Tom Have and McNeil were up there for the block. It just went right between them and to the floor on Jacksonville's side. Pence in the back row. She'll have the serve. Sapansky comes up front. It is 18 serving 8. Springfield with the serve. It's a beauty to Tom Have. Nice pass to Thornley. Puts it on the outside to Suttles. Touched as it comes across by Springfield. Set now Sapansky. Down it goes.
Yeah, it's quick.
Boy,
and
she is on a roll. And the sets have been great, too.
Right, I was going to say, McCarty's so athletic that she can get it to her, or Fitch can. It doesn't matter. 7 kills now for Sapansky.
Cross it comes to Keene. Bumped up to Thornley. Has to just get this one across the net, and McNeil will do that for Jacksonville. Here's a quick set to McCarty. Touched, though, by McNeil to keep it alive for Jacksonville. Set in the back row. Thornley flat-footed spike, puts it across. Received over there by Springfield. Bumped up in the air. Now Pence dumps it across in the middle. Dug up by Thornley, and then put down on the overpass. And there putting it down was Sapansky.
That's her 8th kill. She's the X factor we talked about coming in. If she plays well, Springfield High plays well. If she does not, Springfield High can be beaten.
Springfield's at 20 serving 8. And that's a beautiful serve by Pence. Went right to Keene, and Keene looked like her foot slipped out from under or something. She went down awkwardly trying to get to the ball, and it's now 21-8. Cross it comes into the middle. Tom Have. Now it's going to be a free one put across by Thornley. Jacksonville just not getting an opportunity to run their offense right now. Cross it comes. Dug up there, kept alive by Jokic. Now Springfield set out to Sapansky. Puts this one across, kept alive. Back set, overset, but blocked on the Sapansky spike by Suttles. Now Jacksonville will run it again. McNeil will dump it beautifully across the net, over the block, or by the block on the left side of it, and got it to the floor. It is now 9 serving 21.
Well, if you're Jacksonville, you just need to get on a roll, build some momentum here. Springfield High playing well. It's all in the serve receive. Springfield High, watch their serve receive. They've had a much better job here in the second set.
Keene is in the front row now for Jacksonville. Here's a quick set to McCarty. Great save in the back row by Jokic. And now a free one across the net to Springfield. They'll run it again. Quick set McCarty. Puts this one where no one can get to it, though, as she placed it beautifully in the corner of the left side. Didn't hit it hard. Didn't have to.
Yeah, she's just so athletic. You've got some athletic players for Springfield High. You've got Pence, who's an athlete, and McCarty, maybe the best athlete. Also, you throw on top of that she's listed at 5'11". She's tough to deal with.
Here's a strong serve in the middle. Dug up by Jokic. Overpass. Kept alive, though. Now Jacksonville's in some trouble, but they get it. Keene, then blocked back. Now back to Keene. Again to Keene. Blocked this time again by McCarty. McCarty blocked it twice and finally got it to go down on Jacksonville's side. Keene was kind of handcuffed. She just tried to dump it across, and McCarty put it right back down on Jacksonville's side. 23 serving 9. Cross it comes to Tom Hay. Over to Keene. Keene puts this one down. Dug, but not quite good enough. Going down there. Sharowitz got a hand on it, but then it ended up going out of bounds. Jacksonville has finally gotten to 10. It is now 10 serving 13. Tom Hay will have the serve. Here it comes. Into the middle. Bumped up in the air. Set comes on the outside. Sapansky blocked by Jacksonville. Nice save by O to keep it alive. Pence in the back row. Nice dig in the back row. There to keep it alive by Tom Hay. Free one across the net, placed over there by Woods. Here comes the set in the middle to McCarty. Touched by Jacksonville. Nice save in the back row by Tom Hay. Now to Keene. And she put it into the net.
Yeah, she tried to tip it over the block of McCarty. McCarty's like a bunny rabbit up there. She's just bouncing all over the place and wreaking havoc.
We're at game point now, 24 serving 10. McCarty will have the serve. If you're Jacksonville, you got to take the time and regroup. Springfield is rolling. Right now it comes across. Dug out there by Woods. Thornley will quick set it to Keene, and Keene puts it right off of O out of bounds.
Well, that's what you expect to see because Springfield High, even though Springfield High has outstanding players, you could still argue that Keene might be the best volleyball player in the gym, but that's only her third kill.
He just hasn't had that many touches here tonight. Here we go. Steckel with the serve for Jacksonville. 11 serving 24. Still game point as it comes across. Received by O. Not a great pass, but McCarty keeps it alive to Pence in the back row. Dug up there by Steckel. Here comes the slide, and down it goes. And Keene got it on a back set from Thornley.
And Springfield High does not have an answer for Keene. If Jacksonville can run their system, and stay in system, and run their offense, Keene will have a good job. The problem is they haven't been able to stay in system.
Now their serve receive has not been all that great here in game two. Here comes the pass up to McCarty. Sets it out. So Sapansky puts it down, but touched by Jacksonville to keep it alive. Now Pates, her touch, kept alive in the back row by Pence. Now back to Sapansky. Down it comes in the back row. Saved there by Jokic. Bumped up in the air by Keene. This one she puts down in the middle. Dug up beautifully by Pence. Free one across the net by O. Now they run the slide again to Keene, and down it goes.
Yeah, you see Keene, they don't have an answer for Keene. That time they run the slide play. Pence, by the way, I'm telling you, she plays a phenomenal back row. A couple of her gets are unreal.
Jokic did a nice job on digging one out of the floor there for Jacksonville on that volley, and it is now Steckel with the serve again. 13 serving 24. Jacksonville could just put on some sort of a run here to make this respectable. Here comes the set now in the back row to Pence. Down it comes, saved by Steckel. Thornley will bump it up in the air. Keene will put it down in the back row to O. Kept alive, bumped up now. Sapansky, a wide one, puts it down to Jokic. Thornley dumps this one across the net. And now the set again, blocked, kept alive by Keene. And now it goes down, and it is out. Jacksonville got another one.
Well, that's what you need if you're Jacksonville. Just positive momentum going forward to the set number 3.
14 serving 24. Steckel will have the serve for Jacksonville. Again. Floats this one across the net. Bumped up in the air. Quick set now. Blocked by Jacksonville. That should be 4 hits. They didn't get it. Now they do. Now they do. Now they do. 15 serving 24. So Jacksonville's going to have a little something to carry to the bench with them when this game does end. Another floater across the net, dug up there by Springfield, set to Pence, puts this one down, and it's in. And that'll do it. 25-15, Springfield wins game 2 here. We'll take the timeout. We're back with game 3 after these.
Whew. Don't forget a Lynch, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Children at 1515 West Walnut in Jacksonville. In his off time, he's a big supporter of JHS Volleyball and is proud to be a part of this broadcast.
Well, this will be a tough one. We talked about coming in. You'd say the favorite was Springfield High. Jacksonville won the opening set. Springfield High in total command of set number 2. And Sapansky was warm in set 2. Pence was warm in set 1. And that bodes trouble for Jacksonville. They're just going to have to get off, Don. I think you've got to get off to a fast start if you're Jacksonville. You've got to keep this set number 3 close because Springfield High has all the momentum, and they're running this faster offense, and it's really caused Jacksonville problems. I mean, that's what they wanted to do from the get-go, Don. And they did it well in set number 2.
They certainly did, and Jacksonville's going to have the serve here to start game 3. It'll be Thornley with the serve. Here it comes across the net. Oh, we'll bump this one up. Fetch will stead it on the outside to Pence. Goes right down the line on the right side. Got it inbounds the width of the volleyball. First point of game 3 goes right to Springfield.
They've had the first point in every single set.
Pence comes out. Comes back. She will have the serve. It's a strong serve in the middle of the back row. Keen's there up to Thornley. Back sets it to McNeil. Blocked back by Springfield. A free one across the net. Put over there by Keen. Now the set out. Sablansky, and it's blocked by Jacksonville this time inbound. Sablansky went in on the left side. Jacksonville blocked it, and it fell back in the corner on the right side.
Well, they've been going over Suttles' side the whole time on that left side. Suttles plays right side and blocked it back that time.
That ties us at 1 apiece. Woods in. She has the serve. Puts this one to O. O puts it up front. Out it comes. Sablansky blocked by Jacksonville, this time out of bounds.
Yeah, she's warmed up, that's for sure. That's her first kill in the set number 3.
So the serve goes to Springfield. It is 2 serving 1. Shedrowowicz in to do the serve. Cross it comes, bumped up by Woods to Thornley. Back sets it to Tomhay. Blocked, then it comes to Keen, and she put it across the net, but a heads-up play kept it alive as it comes across now. It's dumped across, kept alive by Jacksonville, bumped up in the air. Suttles will put a free one across the net now for Springfield. Set out, and down it goes. Guess who? Sapansky again with another kill on the outside left.
That's beautiful by Sapansky. It was one-on-one, always favor the hitter. That time she took a little off of it, got it down about the 10-foot line.
Shedrowowicz will have the serve again for Springfield. Good serve into the middle. Balver pass on Woods comes across the net to Springfield. Back set. And another one. Again, she took it off. Sapansky, it looked like she was going to pound it and then just kind of dumped it across, hit it, but not with any great authority, but put it where no one could get to it. And it is 4 serving 1 Springfield. They start this one just like they did game 2. It comes to Wood. Now Jacksonville a chance to run some offense. They give it to Keen. She dumps it across the net, over the defense, into the center of the court. 3 players for Springfield went down to get it. None of them could. And Jacksonville has their second point here in game 3. It is 2 serving 4. And Tomhay will have the serve for Jacksonville. Cross it comes. Abby Tomhay serve. An overpass by Sabansky, and we got a net violation against what?
A net violation against Jacksonville. They'll say Pate touched the net.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Springfield that touched, but at any rate, it was Jacksonville. That makes it 5 serving 2. McCarty is back. She'll have the serve. She becomes the setter. She's ready to go. 5 serving 2 Springfield. Across it comes to Keen. Up to Thornley. Right back to Keen. Good.
She's pounded that. If they can stay in system, I know we keep saying that.
It's all the serve receive. You got to get a good pass to your setter, and then you get a good set, and good things happen.
They've got nobody out there. They had a triple block that time. Keen just hit over the top of it.
It is 3 serving 5. Steckel in. She'll have the serve. In the net. Service error.
That's going to be big. They haven't had a lot here tonight, though, Don. That's the 5th one of the match, but it's big in tight sets.
It is now 6 serving 3. Sapansky with the serve. Floats this one across to Jokic. Up to Thornley. Back sets it to Keen. Blocked this time, and down it goes on Jacksonville's side. Good block by Springfield on the Keen spike, and it went right down the net on Jacksonville's side.
Yeah, good timing there. They had the dual block set up on the outside.
7 serving 3. Sapansky's serve. It's a good one to Jokic. Nice pass to Thornley. Dumps this one across, but there to get it was McCarty. Now they set it off to Pence. Puts this one across, touched by Jacksonville, and then it goes to the floor. Pence just placed it across the net. Didn't try to get fancy with it. Wasn't a great set to her. And she got it done nonetheless, and Jacksonville wants the timeout. 45-second break. 8-3 Springfield, back after this.
Well, that's the ball. That's the ball that I think if you're Thornley, you go right back to Keene. Yeah, she got blocked the time before that, and try to do the set or dump. Springfield High is so athletic, the set or dump's probably not going to work. They've got too much movement back there. They'll just at least get a hand on it.
It is 8 serving 3. Springfield with the serve. Sapansky has it. Floats this one across to Jokic. Up to Thornley. Bumps it up. Flat-footed spike across one. A free ball really for Springfield. Here comes the set to Pence. Blocked by Jacksonville. Kept alive. Heads up play by the libero. Dumped across. There's Pate to get it. And now put into the back row. Sapansky bumps this one up. Right back to Pence on the outside. Blocked by Jacksonville, but out of bounds on Jacksonville's side.
That's the third kill here for Pence, and Springfield High is rolling like they did in the second set.
Sapansky will have the serve. Cross it comes into the back row, bumped up by Steckel. Now the set to Keene, puts this one down and off. An athletic move on the part of Keene. She was coming in at it sideways almost and hit it down with her right hand where no one could get to it. 4 serving 9. Jacksonville will have the serve. The bad news is Keene has moved to the back row now. Jacksonville's got to make some noise here with their front line, with Keene in the back row. Here it comes across now. Nice pass to O. The set comes out to Pence. Down it goes. Great set. Great kill on the part of Courtney Pence.
Yeah, McCarty, that's just a pretty set. Sets it outside quick, and if you're the middle, McNeil's having to hold, waiting on McCarty, because McCarty can also use that left hand and send it over, and because of that, not able to get out there and close the block.
Matty O will have the serve for Springfield. It is 10 serving 4. In the back row it comes, bumped up by Jokic to Thornley. Back sets it now to Pate. Pate's spike is touched, kept alive by Springfield. Here's the set again to Pence. Down it goes. She shot through the block of Thornley and McNeil. They were both there and just went right between them. Neither one of them got a hand on it.
Springfield High doing exactly what they did in that second set. With Keene in the back row, they're taking advantage.
O will have the serve again for Springfield. It is 11 serving 4. Nice serve into the back row. Jokic, Thornley bumps this one up. Back row spike by Keene. Cross it comes. McCarty's there to get it. Now the set to Pence. Blocked by Jacksonville. This time they got it in. McNeil with the block. They need more of that.
They're going to need a lot more of that. McNeil that time, McNeil was cutting off angle. Pence chose to go that way, and McNeil kept her block in.
It's 5 serving 11. Jokic will have the serve for Jacksonville. Cross it comes into the back row, bumped up. McCarty sets it back to Pence. Touched by Jacksonville, and down it goes.
That's 6 kills for Pence here in this third set. That's the 5th assist for McCarty.
They touched it, but it went right down behind the blockers. No one could get to it for Jacksonville. 12 serving 5. Fitch is in. She'll have the serve. She becomes their setter. Here's the serve, hits the net, falls down, heads up play by Thornley to keep this one alive. Flat-footed spike now put across by Jacksonville. Here's a quick set in the middle of McCarty. Saved in the back row by Keene to Thornley, right back to Keene, back row spike, across it comes. Hits by Pence to keep it alive. Oh, now back to Pence. Cross it comes to Steckel. Now the set on the outside left and she hit the aerial. Set it to Tom Hay, tried to get it across. It was not a great set. Tom Hay was in an awkward position and hit it into the aerial. It will be 13 serving 5. Cross it comes, and this one is wide and out of bounds. That is only the 4th service error against Springfield.
Yeah, first here of set number 3.
And it is 6 serving 13. Thornley has the serve for Jacksonville.
good one into the middle. Bumped up in the air. Not a great pass. Kept alive by McCarty. Sapansky in the back row. A spike. Comes across. Now the set to McNeil. She just has to get this one across. Does so. Now to Pence. Blocked by Jacksonville. Down on their side, though.
Yeah, late that time with the block. That's the 7th kill for Pence.
14 serving 6. Strong serve by Springfield in the back row to Tom Hay. Now the set comes across to Suttles. Blocked by Springfield. Kept alive by Jacksonville. Free one across the net now to the Senators. Here comes a quick set to McCarty, and she just dumped it across the net. The block was really not there. They were just starting to go up, and she just dumped it down in front of them. Makes it 14 serving 7 now.
That gets Keene into the front row as McCarty hit it into the net.
Okay, it was in the net. Okay. So it is a point for Jacksonville then, and it is 7 serving 14. Woods with the serve, strong serve in the back row to O. Pass up front, set on the outside. Sapansky blocked by Jacksonville. Sapansky then close fist, hit it, but it went out of bounds.
And you can see just how quick Keene has to get over there because they're just using such quick sets. Keene is able, with her quickness, gets over there and gets a block.
8 serving 14. Woods with the serve. Good serve into the middle. Oh, nice pass up front. Fetch, not a good set. She set it in the middle. That was McCarty setting Fetch that time, and Fetch put it into the net. Or Fitch put it into the net. Crossett comes into the back row, bumped up front. Now the set out, Sapansky, down it goes, but it kept across, and a free one to Springfield, right back to the same spot. This one she puts across, only bumps this one up to Keene. Keene will set it now to Tom Have. Across it comes, saved in the back row. Now back row spike by Pence, and off with Jokic it goes into the floor.
Just good design. Springfield High mixing it up. They faked the slide to McCarty. That drew Keene. Then you had one-on-one on the outside. Jackson was able to dig it. And then they decided to go to Pence in the back row with an attack. Just beautiful by Springfield High.
It is 15 serving 9. Shedrowicz with the serve. Across it comes to Tom Have. Set will come out to Keene. Keene pounds it. Blocked, but out of bounds by Springfield, as in there with the block was Newman.
They're just going to have to keep feeding her, I think, Don. That's her 4th kill in the set number 3.
Jacksonville's back within 5 now. Tom Have with the serve. It's a good one in the middle. Dug up there by Pence. Back set on the right side. McCarty just places this one across. Saved by Tom Have. Set in the back row to Thornley. She puts a free one across the net to Pence. Now the set out. Sapansky puts this one across. Hit the net and then went out of bounds. Another point for Jacksonville. They're back within 4.
Hanging around.
Tom Have with the serve. Nice serve into the middle. Bumped up front. Here's the set on the outside right to McCarty. Off the Tom Have it goes and then out of bounds.
McCarty tried to shoulder it forward, could not. It went off her shoulder and out of play. That's only the first kill for McCarty here in the 3rd set, but it comes at a big point.
Makes it now 16 serving 11. McCarty will rotate to the back. She'll have the serve for Springfield. Ready to go. Nice serve in the back row to Keene. Now the set to Keene. Wide and out of bounds on the kill this time. She knew where she wanted to go. There was nobody there, but it was wide the width of the ball.
Oh, they called net violation actually against Springfield High. That must have came late.
That did come late.
Because that looked...
Well, we say that. The gym, there's a lot of people and a lot of noise, and you really can't hear the officials clear across the gym from us, and you can't hear the whistle a lot of times.
I'm not
My
sure.
wife would say I can't hear it any of the time, but we won't go there. Here's the set down the back row to Pence. Comes across. Lacey's there to bump this one up. And this one, and then a spike put into the net by Pate, and the point belongs to Springfield.
Yeah, that was 4 hits.
17 serving 12. Sapansky will have the serve. Cross it comes in the back row, bumped up by Wood. Back set to Keene. Keene dumps this one over the net, hit a couple of times, didn't get a lift. Flat-footed spike across. Now the set on the slide to Keene. Blocked right back beautifully by Pence. She was up there along with Minder. They double-teamed Keene and got the block, and it went down on Jacksonville's side. It is Now 18 serving 12. Springfield back to a 6-point advantage. Jacksonville got it down to 4. Stepanski served to Jokic. Back, no, she dumps this one across. Nicely saved by McCarty. Now to Pence. Pence puts this one across off of Lacey and out of bounds. And we're going to get a timeout. Jacksonville's going to take a timeout. We're going to take a 30-second break. 19-12 Springfield when we come back.
3.5 spots, and I think that's all she wrote. Springfield High is tough, man. They just have tons of options and good designs. But you can do that when you've got a lot of athletes. They've got a lot of athletes. Springfield High with the commanding lead in the third set, 19-12. Jacksonville took the opening set 25-22. Springfield High took the second set 25-15. They lead by 7 here with the serve. Jacksonville is just within 4, and it's been 3 in a row now for Springfield High.
Stepanski will have the serve, 19 serving 12, Springfield. Here's the serve. It's a good one in the middle, bumped up by Jokic. Thornley now will put it out to Pate. Pate goes across, and it is long and out of bounds. 20 serving 12. Springfield trying to go to 32-2 and advance in postseason play. Head to the Mattoon sectional. Here's a quick set to Keene. Down it comes and off of McCarty out of bounds.
Yeah, well, Keene's going to end up with a nice match. That's her 5th kill, but she rotates in the back. It's been the serve receive, really, if you put something on it. Jacksonville has not been able to get her as many touches as they like.
Keene will have the serve for Jacksonville. It's a good one. Across it comes. Bumped up in the air. McCarty will set it out to Pence. Boy, she came from out of nowhere. She started probably 5 feet back behind the 10-foot line. The set from McCarty was perfect, and she just pounded it into the middle of Jacksonville. It is now 21-13. Springfield's 0 with the serve. Across the net, touch, but there to get it is Keene. Thornley will cross-court it off to McNeil. Across it comes, touched by a couple of people, and look at that. Dive by Pence to try and save it. Didn't get to, as it went off of her and out of bounds. It's going to be a kill for McNeil.
Yeah, they just go after everything. They never quit, and Stepanski's cramping. I noticed that earlier in the third set. You could tell she was flexing the right leg, but she's been cramping since the early stages of the third set. She's put in a lot of work tonight.
She's going to come off, and Carrie Rolfe will come in and replace her. She does. She's in a lot of pain right now.
Yeah, I think she's just cramping. At least that's the way she was stretching and all that, and they're getting her some fluids.
Yeah, she's starting to walk a little better as she walked down the Springfield bench.
Yeah, she was stretching, it was the right calf mainly is what she was stretching early in the third set. She's put in a ton of work. Springfield High's been all over the place here tonight, hustling.
Now they're going to work on her. Down in front of the bench, yeah. Jacksonville's going to have the serve here. It's going to be 14 serving 21.
Well, it's been a good one, Don.
It has been that. Like we said, Tuesday night, any of the 4 teams that night could have won it. It looked at one point like UND was going to upset Springfield, but to their credit, they came back and eventually won. They lost the first game here by a score of 25-22. They were down by more than that at one point, came back to make it close at the end, and then just came out and won by 10 over Jacksonville. And it's 21-14 here in favor of Springfield. Here comes the set to Pence. Down it comes. Lacey gets it across, but it's wide and out of bounds.
Yeah, Pence is rolling 11 kills here in this third decisive set. McCarty has done a good job really setting. That's her 8th assist.
There are just so many weapons out there for Springfield, and they use them all. The setters do a great job, but the outside left is where the kills have been coming from, and that's where Pence and Stepanski have been. Here's one put down, this time by Tomhay.
We haven't called her name much since the first set. She had, in the first set, 5 kills, and that's her first kill since.
Makes it 15 serving 22. Thornley will have the serve. Suttles back end for Jacksonville on the front line. Thornley serve in the middle, it comes to Pence. Up it comes, quick set in the middle, McCarty. Saved in the back row by Keene. Now it comes to Suttles, places this one across in the back row. Saved there by Fitch, and then a spike goes down. McCarty.
And that's what you can do when you have Fitch and McCarty both who can set. If Fitch touches it first, McCarty can just swing on two, and that's what she did. And they're 2 points away.
It is 23 serving 15. Pence in the back row will have the serve. Cross it comes. Received there by Tom Have. Not a great pass. Now it comes back to Tom Have. Free one put across the net to Pence. Up front, quick set to McCarty. Down it comes. Bumped up there by Jacksonville. Placed in the middle there by Thornley. Quick set again to McCarty. Puts this one across. Jokic is there to get it. Now the set out to Tom Have. Across it comes in the back row. Got it in. Abby Tom Have. Her second kill in a matter of minutes here for Jacksonville. Couldn't have come at a better time for the Crimsons. It's 16 serving 23, and guess who's coming back in? As Rolfe will go out, Sapansky will come back in. And at the right time, because she'll be the outside hitter over there on the left side now. Meantime, Woods has the serve for Jacksonville. Keene's in the front row. It is 16 serving 23. Across it comes to O. Back set on the right side on the slide, coming across McCarty, and she put it down beautifully, went from right to left. And nobody could get close to it for Jacksonville. We are at game match point here, 24-16. Shadrowowicz will have the serve for Springfield. In the middle it comes, bumped up in the air to Thornley. Thornley will set it out to Keene, and Keene will put it down.
That's just one thing we haven't said a lot tonight. Thornley to Keene, that's her 6th kill here in the 3rd set, but if you look at her total attacks, we don't keep track of hitting percentage, but she's got to be in the 600s.
Tom Have will have the serve. Again, game point here, or game match point. Here's the set on the outside to McCarty, touched by Jacksonville, and that's going to do it. 25-17, Springfield will advance as they defeat Jacksonville here in 3. Springfield Jacksonville won the first one 25-22, and then Springfield, they built some momentum there in game 1 as they were down and came charging back, and they carried that right on into game 2, carried it right on into game 3, and won it 25-15, 25-17. Congratulations to the Senators as they advance to the Mattoon sectional. Matt's got the numbers from this one. They'll give that to you, and then we've got more volleyball to bring your way, so don't go away. We're going to take a little time out here. Let's take a 30-second break, and Matt will have the numbers when we come back.
And the Lady Senators, they're going to move on to the Mattoon sectional, or they will be the favorite to get to super sectional, as whoever came out of this regional is going to be the favorite in their next couple of matches. Jacksonville falls in 3, winning the opening set 25-22, then losing the second set 25-15, and the third set 25-17. Final numbers for you. Courtney Pence led the way for Springfield High with 21 kills unofficially. Sapansky had 15 kills. McCarty with 17 assists, and Addie Fitch with 25 assists. For Jacksonville, Jalen Keene will finish up her career with 15 kills unofficially, 30 assists for Sarah Thornley. Maggie McNeil put in 4 kills in her final match for Jacksonville. Jacksonville will fall now and end their season with a record of 26-10. Springfield High will move on. They are now 32-2. This is the first time in Coach Hickok's coaching career at Jacksonville that they have not won a regional, but this was the best team they've seen in the regional final in those last few years. Springfield High, a very strong ball club, advances on and moves to the Mattoon sectional. But again, congratulations to Springfield High, and congratulations to Jacksonville for another good season. And we say so long to all the seniors, and another Jacksonville volleyball broadcast for the season in the books, and Don Hamilton alongside. Just a good showing by Jacksonville overall throughout the season.
Yeah, Jacksonville's had a great year. They've got an all-stater in Jalen Keene. She's going to get some honors, I'm sure, passed along to her as the season concludes. And she's going to be missed. That's 4 years we've watched her progress and become the outstanding player that she is now, and wish her the best of luck at Illinois State, where she will be playing 4 years of volleyball there. They are getting a good one. And next year, after next year,
they get Courtney Pence.
They get Courtney Pence to go along with her, and
that's another good one.
That bodes well for ISU as well. It's just too many guns tonight.
Yeah.
Really, they started out slow. Things weren't working for them in game one, but then you could see it. You could see it turn there when they made the charge, and it just kept right on going once they got it going. And credit to Springfield, credit to Jacksonville, credit to Gary Hickox. Again, congratulations to him. This year he got his 100th victory, and he's going to add to that in the years to come. We certainly hope so.
Couldn't said it better myself. Jacksonville falls in 3. Their season is done. We've got more high school volleyball to come your way here on WEAI. We go to the Route Dome. It'll be Triopia taking on New Berlin. For Don Hamilton, I'm Matt Norville saying so long, and stay tuned.